Very special. Mr. Dog, indeed.
I'm sorry for you, my son. All your life you will remember this night. And you know, Mr. Ellington, whom you have turned loose upon the world.
I didn't believe you would. I saw him and didn't recognize him.
His man's weakness and Satan's strength.
In that moment, I decided to spend the rest of my life tracking him down, to recapture the evil I'd released. The evil that soon took the shape of the Second World War, the Korean War, the hideous new weapons of war. I swore I'd find him again, as Brother Jerome had done. It took many years, but I did it. See, I have him in there now. So you understand now. You understand why you must not, under any circumstances, go near that door. You see how important it is that he stay locked up. I'm sending him back to Brother Jerome.
Twilight Zone came out over 50 years ago, by the way.
It's a trick, I know.
It is a trick.
So I have preparations to make. I'll be back.
So the monks found the devil. He didn't believe it. He let the devil loose. But now he has places to go. Remember.
That door locked.
And it's locked with a tiny little walking cane. You need to remove the lock to unleash the beast. And on it goes. This is the episode known as The Howling Man. Why do I... Oh, you already know.
Ancient folks say you can catch the devil, but you can't hold him.
Uh-huh.
Ask Brother Jerome. Ask David Ellington.
Uh-huh.
They know, and they'll go on knowing to the end of their days
Yes, they will.
and beyond. In the Twilight Zone.
Interesting thing about the Twilight Zone here, yeah, Rod Sterling was a genius before his time. He really was. By the way, that was season 2. That was The Howling Man. This is a special episode because I want to show you something that came out in 1959. 4 seasons. There's actually 5, but only 4 are on Netcracks right now. Let me pause for a second. Yeah, okay, unpause. The monsters are due on Main Street. This episode came out in 1959. Not 1969, but 1959. I want to focus on this episode. I've watched it a few times, as you can probably see. No, I'm not going to watch the whole episode, but it's very interesting. Basically, this episode is, and by the way, this falls under the right of free commentary, or whatever you want to call it. I'm acting as a commentator on something that is basically public domain because it's over 50 years old. In any case, you have your normal whatever neighborhood here. You know, you got all these people, and they're just, 1950s, it's Maple Street, on a late Saturday afternoon. So what happens? I love the way Rod Sterling talks. He never let them screw with the script, just by the way. He never let them do it. So basically what happens is things starting on their own, like cars and lawnmowers, and then they send this one guy out of town. You have to excuse me, I'm very sleep deprived. The kid's talking about a comic book he read about like monsters from another universe. They're trying to explain these minor power outages, like the cars starting on their own, the lawnmowers starting and stopping, and every time it does it, someone else in the neighborhood becomes a suspect. And of course, you probably know, because, there's so many copycats that came from this episode that copied the theme. But you have your alpha male leader of your community. You got the young kid with crazy ideas. He reads his comic books. This is made in the 50s, for God's sakes. And the rest of the community, it's the craziest thing you ever heard of. Kids gotta join a comic book club and start listening. So what happens as you go through the neighborhood? There's your alpha male leader. I don't know his name. So you go through it, more stuff starts happening. Like in the middle of the night, houses start lighting up and unlighting up. And of course the rumor mill starts going around. Are you reading this? Kangaroo Court. How about a firing squad at dawn? Get rid of all the suspects, all the people's lawnmowers and shit they're starting on their own, right? This was made in the 50s. Keeping in mind, they didn't even know what the hell a computer was. Barely. Radio or something. He's working on like a ham or a CB radio, completely innocent, of course. And then you see all the people that are suspected, like their crap starts working. Or not working, or whatever. What kind of radio set? This was well before 1948, when George Orwell wrote 1984. I'm getting on 10 minutes. I'm really trying to make an important point. Just listen. Right? Three-headed green man. Rod Sterling got away with this because this was considered fantasy. Just like Roddenberry got away with it because it was considered fantasy. Like seriously, a black woman kissing a white dude. And that wasn't even a passionate kiss, by the way. That was like you saved my ass, O'Hara moment. Yeah, I'm a bit of a nerd. So at the end, what's the whole point? I'm gonna skip to the end, right? Who are the real monsters on Main Street?
What was going to happen? He was the one who knew.
So now everyone's accusing everyone of all this crazy shit. People's stuff is turning on and off without warning. God knows why. And people start grabbing the pitchforks, right? It's him. I'm at 8 minutes. I just want to cut to the very end here. You'll see. So now there's chaos on Maple Street, right? Right?
Understand the procedure now.
Do you?
Just stop a few of their machines.
Just a few.
Radios and telephones.
And the lawnmowers.
Throw them into darkness for a few hours.
Few hours, like Baltimore.
Sit back and watch the pattern.
The pattern.
Pattern is always the same,
Is it?
with few variations.
And there's a few.
They pick the most
Cultural.
dangerous enemy they can find. And it's themselves.
Of course it's themselves.
All we need to do is
Sit back and watch.
And I take it this place, this Maple Street, is not unique.
By no means. We got towns like this all over the world.
Streets. And we'll go from one to the other and let them destroy themselves. One to the other.
Notice there's very few provocateurs. One to the other, one to the other, one to the other, one to the other. Why was that subtitled 4 times?
Conquests do not necessarily come with bombs and explosions and fallout.
Are you reading this?
There are weapons that are simply thoughts, attitudes, prejudices. To be
Only in the minds of men.
For the record, prejudices can kill.
They sure as fuck can.
Suspicion can destroy.
Yes, it can.
And a thoughtless, frightened search for a scapegoat has a fallout all of its own. For the children, and the children yet unborn.
I mean, are you seeing this?
And the pity of it is that these things cannot be confined
No, they can't. It's real life. It really is, people. Wake the fuck up. That was made in the 40s. Peace out.